always a competitor. I know for me, listen, I used to play D1 soccer, so like gaming for me is my outlet to get my competition out. I don't like losing, and I love winning money.
Yeah.
So I can understand why they're super quiet over there in the zone.
Look, you said it earlier. Once we start, we not friends.
Yeah, oh no. If you and I compete, we are not friends.
We're not friends at all. Like, I love you, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? Nope. So I'm with you 100%.
All right,
but look, like I said, what did I tell you? They gotta go and like sub, but also change up some of their plays, because this is a dangerous game. Even though it's going back and forth, it's a dangerous game to allow it to be that close.
Yeah.
And it looks like I think they're making a sub over here. I'm not quite sure for.
And they're changing up kind of their overall coaching tempo, the style of how they want the players to play. So they got 2 full quarters out. They kind of was able to kind of download, feel how their opponent was playing versus one another. And not only can you make those matchups, you can sub in players, but you can also change the way the coaching style and the tempo is actually run.
I think we just saw Dan Rue do an off-ball pressure, which is probably a way for him to step up his defense.
Yeah, so now, here's going to be a major factor. You see Porzingis? Porzingis is going to be the deciding factor on how the rest of this game is going to go. They got to clamp down on Porzingis.
Are you sure? Or are you just saying that because he used to be a Knicks?
He said 50-50.
I like that.
But you have a point, though, because he's been taking a lot of his threes with Tatum.
Yeah.
Not necessarily Porzingis, not necessarily Derek White. So he has open opportunities if he could just find them.
I think he also has to lean in on like the veterans with Al Horford, right? Al Horford's been around for a while, and he is definitely a support player. I think that's the great thing about the Celtics is that you have these players who have their roles and they stick with their roles. And you got to sometimes lead into those support roles because those main players that you go to are going to be double teamed or have immense pressure.
Absolutely. Now, you're absolutely right. So one thing that Dancing Dan got to do is play off-ball defense. Play off-ball defense. Dancing Dan got to do that. And then also, you see how they not settling for, Tommy ain't settling for jump shots. He's going straight to the rack. And if I told you about defense, right, they got to get their defense right.
Talk about getting defense, right? You cannot leave a man open in this game.
Yeah, he's lucky he wasn't stepped back just a little bit further for that a 3-point shot overall, but he's just quickly answering back, out and in, but he gets the rebound, and that's the most important part.
Let's
but
go.
even with a second chance,
Outlet pass. Take it to the hole, KD.
Oh, he's moving.
All right, so right now they're about to set it up. Right now, I would definitely say they need to do more pick and roll, pop off to the corner. There we go.
Oh,
Get the rebound.
Those second chance opportunities are huge.
You gotta be careful. I don't know if you guys saw, but KD's exhaustion right now is not looking too good.
This is exactly what I'm saying. They should have subbed them out before, because you gotta understand, each quarter is its own game within the game.
Yeah.
So you gotta play smart each quarter.
This is exciting out right now, so that's something he can actually utilize to sub out KD with the Boston timeout.
Yes.
Does he do it? Might be a different question, but we're already seeing a little bit of a lead for Hall Pass Gaming has been diminished. Napakoy Gaming trying to make a little comeback here late in the third quarter.
It's amazing looking at T-Pain and Bryce Hall's face. They look completely different right now. They are locked in the zone. They want their team to win.
All the fun and games are over from the start of the show.
Literally. Oh, go back up.
Yes.
There we go. So now the pressure is really on Tommy and the Boston Celtics right now. They gotta score right now. Because if they don't, the momentum is going to be in Dancing Dan's favor, and I'm okay with that.
I mean, this is a close competition. I think we just saw that the most lead that we saw in the game was about a 6-point lead. And, 6.8 that much, because we've seen how quickly a game can change in just a quarter.
Absolutely. Pop out. There we go. Boom. Sometimes you got to pop out and show them. Let's go, baby.
I feel like that's been at least 6 to 8 unanswered points right now from Dan Rue. There's been at least 1 turnover, 2 missed opportunities out of Tommy and the Celtics. He needs to start to pick up the pace because he was in the lead. He was the one that was in the lead, and now that the second half is coming, it's not the time to throw it away.
But one of the things that Dancing Dan has figured out, he actually figured out the best way to get Boston's defense off balance, and that's why you see the momentum is shifting. That was He's on fire. And what did I tell you? Porzingis. He's going to be the difference maker.
Yeah.
He's flexible. He can go out for the 3. He can move in for the jump shot. He can dunk it, of course.
So one of the things about this game is mismatch when it comes to height. Porzingis at the small forward position, that mismatch is all day. That's barbecue chicken, like Shaq says. Hold up, let's get it.
See him wasting time right now. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. He's trying to hold it as long as possible. Leave no time left for Dan Rue.
He missed that big
Don't
roll.
force it. It's like he's looking for out of bounds. What did I say? I said don't force it. I'm telling you, man, I noticed.
So I have a question for you too. I mean, this is not even just for 2K. I think it's just for games in general. Like, how important is it to be patient?
Oh my gosh, it's everything. People too many times think about winning for the moment, not thinking about the long game. You gotta win. If you want to win forever, you gotta think of the long game, and it requires patience. Competition is the thief of joy. Focus on your journey, not everybody else's what they do.
Yeah, exactly. I always kind of say it's a marathon. It's not a race. You can't get gassed out too quick. And it's big because we're not talking about necessarily the athletics, but that mental stamina is huge because it's easy to kind of be living in the moment when you're winning. But what about when you're losing? Now we're in the last quarter. Tommy and Hall Pass Gaming are down by 2 here in Game 1 of NBA.
It's looking good, man. It's looking good. This is a great game. But I'm telling you, that's how you set the tone, baby. That's how you come out the fourth quarter, setting the tone.
Jrue Holiday, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm saying? Just got the gold medal, too.
Yes, he did.
He answered.
Listen, gentlemen, fourth quarter may be a shooting game. We were seeing more of an inside game with the last 3 quarters, but I think it may be coming down to shots today.
Yeah, but you're right. But going back to what you guys were talking about being patient as well, this is going to be very, very quick for these guys in these next 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So you have to make sure that you're not forcing those opportunities in a tie game.
Absolutely. And the thing is, you're going to learn a lot about the players in terms of how they operate under pressure. It's not like you just at home. You got a big audience. You got the GGL audience looking at you. So you got to bring your A game.
Honestly, gentlemen, I'm feeling like this game is going to come down to turnovers. I mean, in every single possession, for the most part, both of them are scoring. As you can see, it is a tied game. But it's really going to come down to who's missing the buckets.
Yeah. That was great defense by Phoenix. Great defense. Great defense. I see you, Dan.
That's something Tommy had to take advantage of because the Suns just missed that shot. That was your chance to take the lead and start to build that momentum, but miss for miss, nothing's getting built on that.
Yes, we see we're checking out a foul over here, and that's going to be a play, like, it's going to help with the competition as well because fouling is a strategic way to slow down the game.
Absolutely, and like you just saw, that was a great foul. Very important foul that they just set up right now. So I'm telling you right now, KD got the ball. If KD gets on fire, game over. Tell me. That was tough. That was tough. Outlet pass.
Tommy's got to make the shot. 2, 3, doesn't matter. Got to get the lead, and there you go. 2-point lead. This is looking like a 2-point lead is a big lead in this scenario.
I mean, I don't know. It's very possible that this could go to OT.
So let me tell you, that was smart because what Dancing Dan tried to do, he tried to draw a foul. If you just let stop the pop, that would have been smart if you'd have got it.
Oh, he did right there.
Did you guys see it? You were able to tell which are the top players for both teams. We have Devin Booker for the Suns and Jrue Holiday. Tommy's really leaning into Jrue Holiday. I know every time we talk about the Celtics, we always talk about Jason Tatum, but he's definitely leading into someone who I think is a really good support player.
Yeah, well, Jrue Holiday is very important to the team because he has some of the best defense.
He
And
does.
if you can lock down the point guard, you're going to most likely win the game.
Yeah, look at that off-ball pressure right now on the Devin Booker.
Exactly.
Oh, my monster jam!
Crazy!
I mean, I don't think the pressure did not stop.
That was crazy. Oh my God.
Listen,
A minute 42.
honestly, if I was them, I would either foul, take this timeout, regroup, really figure out what is the best strategy because one of them has to get ahead. They have to force a turnover to win. I really think this can get into overtime, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is really going to come down to a turnover or a missed shot situation. There's a minute 42 seconds left on the clock. That's about 5 possessions if you take every single second off of that clock, which means somebody is going to have one more chance over their opponents.
Now, one of the things that's an issue, though, that Dan will have to pay attention to is what you were talking about earlier with the exhaustion. So fatigue definitely matters, and a lot of these players is in the 70s.
Oh yeah, and fatigue, it definitely impacts shooting, right? Like
Yeah,
the more tired you are in NBA 2K, the harder it is to shoot or even go green.
Oh, wow! out of here. Get that out. I told you don't bring that up in here, son. Yeah.
4.7 on the clock, though. 4.7 seconds on the shot clock. Not a lot of time. Out wide for three.
Oh, no. That's crazy.
Still got time on the clock. Driving down with KD. Gotta stop this guy.
Oh my gosh.
Open
Oh my
shot
gosh.
for the win.
He drains it from downtown.
The
He's
pressure,
in the zone right now. Let's get it.
the pressure is on, ladies and
They up
gentlemen.
3 points.
51 to 48. Phoenix leading. Denver is leading right now. Can Tommy come back?
Oh, what a move. Yo, E, what you think? How you think it's going to turn out?
I don't know. You better make this shot. And it's.
Oh, wow. Turnover.
Come down. Oh.
He needs the foul. He just wasting time. There we go. Okay, I'm going to say that's what he needed there. He needed to get that foul.
Absolutely.
Woo. And honestly, that was almost clean. That was almost a clean steal.
You know what I'm noticing though? I wish we were able to see more passing, right? As your players get more exhausted, you got to move the ball around to get the defense out of position.
Oh, they on 5, man.
Woo,
Yeah, no, we're being patient. You gotta force those 3-point shots right now.
Foul.
Oh, that's just kind of
Being greedy. Oh, it's not looking good. Seems like T-Pain might be up one, baby.
At all.
T-Pain may be up one, baby.
Yeah. If he makes this shot 100%, T-Pain and Nappy Boy Gaming are going to be up 1-0.
Yeah, because now, don't foul. Don't foul. Play good defense.
Just run away. Just go to the bench at this point. Just let them shoot it for free.
Oh, Tommy. Boston.
Oh, I get it. He's trying to keep them away from getting the 3-point shot.
But-
Close out the opportunity of the comeback.
But the problem
Yeah.
is you can't be fouling someone like Drew Holiday, who's the
No.
best player right now in the Celtics.
Yeah.
You know he's going to be making his free throws.
Exactly. I would have did that. So, but Tommy's trying to find a way to come back. But Dancing Dan is dancing on the competition right now.
That's smart though by Dancing Dan. He really is going to foul him the rest of the way out because the only way the Celtics have a chance, a miracle of a chance, is by shooting that long 3 bomb, and he's not going to let that happen. There's no reason to. You have to get one.
See right here, foul Devin Booker. This is one of the players you should not be fouling in 2K or just NBA as a whole.
See, one of the issues is they should have turned it off in terms of automatic fouls in the game plan.
Yeah.
Because in a situation like this, you got to rely on your defense, and you have a great defensive team. And Drew Holiday, he's kind of like Grand Theft Colorado on the New Orleans Pelicans. He knows how to get that steal. He's like the new age glove.
Yes. Celtics timeout, 19.2 seconds left. This is a 7-point game. Gentlemen, I think this is going to be over.
Yep, it is. You see him get the desperate
That's
shot
it.
from downtown. He knows it's kind of his only hope because he also needs to leave time left to either get a foul or get the ball back some way or another. And this is where Dan Reed's going to take a slide. He might shoot one. Salt
Yeah,
the
just to
wound.
be disrespectful.
Yeah, salt in the
Just to be
wound.
disrespectful, he's going to take the last shot. Let's go.
There we go. National Gaming with the first win of Global Gaming Ladies. Oh, there we go.
Hit on the Philly, rock the Philly.
Hey.
All day that you wanted to play a different game, but you stepped up with 2K and you ripped some ass. What were you thinking about that made you stop complaining and be able to actually play the game well and defeat Hall Pass Gaming?
I just had to lock in, you know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I played 2K, but you know, T-Pain brought the WD-40 over there and got the rust off real quick. We had to get it, we got it. You know, we do what we had to do, you feel me?
We gotta keep it moving, guys. Round 2. Where's the casters?
We up here. We
All right, give us some replay feedback. That was a shot. That was early in the game right there.
Yeah, that was early on right now. This is what Tommy was kind of still feeling himself out, getting comfortable with himself. You see the team coming in, the coach is a little talk right there during each and every one of those quarters. And very, very early on, I had such confidence in Tommy.
The massage didn't work. I'll tell you right now, the massage didn't work, bro. You got to do better than that.
What's up, I'm Nathan, and I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. Everybody games. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer.
Everybody games.
I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer. Everybody games. I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer, mother.
My name is Wale and I game.
I'm a gamer.
Everybody game. We are heading into Tetris, the
This is where we're going to really see who's the gamer's gamer. This is the game where we see who the gamer's gamer is.
You want to kind of get multiple Tetrises in a row, so you want to make sure you kind of line them up accordingly. And with it being random, sometimes it takes that split-second thinking. Do I save this piece? Do I use this piece? Do I use it there? Do I create a little hole at the bottom? Is T-spin's going to be here? You know, there's so many different intricacies that go down to Tetris. Even though it is an OG game, I feel like it takes a lot of thinking.
Well, speaking about strategy, let's see the two players that they're going to be selecting for today's competition in Tetris. We have Hurt Life over for Heavy Boy Gaming and over for Hall Pass Gaming. It's going to be interesting.
So I'm going to tell you right now, like, this dude, Hardy Life, don't sleep on him.
Oh.
He got some skills in Tetris. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to just leave it at that. He got some skills in Tetris.
Then we have over here Canal. Compared to the other competitive, he leans more into first-person shooters, so that is the Call of Duty of the world. So let's see if his sharp shooting and precision can also help him win Tetris.
Yeah, he likes the arcade games as well, so he has familiarity. So if Hall Pass Gaming is going to get back into the series, it starts right here on Tetris.
It has to.
Alright, here we are in the Tetris competition. Starting out very slow and easy. So gentlemen, what are we seeing right now?
So I'll tell you right now. So me personally, the way the blocks are set up on the left, I think that's a smarter player. And you see he's getting more lines right now too in terms of that before game and Hurt Life. So like I told you, pay attention. He's gonna set it up very nicely on the left hand side and then break, as you see.
Yeah, you can see him just kind of building up for those lines. Like, it's easy to kind of clear one by one, but in order to get that high score, you need the 4 blocks with the light blue pieces. You need back-to-back 4 blocks with those light blue pieces. That's when you're going to start to accumulate that high-scoring game. And even if you kind of see them both messed up, one on the left, one on the right, they're going to have to clear those later on, because if they keep getting antsy, they keep making those mistakes, they will come to bite you at the end of the game.
And the thing about Tetris too, it's not just about setting yourself up for now, it's also setting yourself up for later on. As you can see, it's speed level 4, and that speed level will increase. It makes it harder and harder, which means you have to be more precise, have to think quickly on your foot. So setting up right now to make it easy for whichever blocks you're going to put down is crucial.
Now, this is exactly what I was talking about with Heartlight. Look at how his build is being set up, how he used the corners. That's one of the strategies of Tetris. You gotta use your corners regardless of the block that comes down.
Yeah. Right now, he's actually doing pretty well, making sure to pick and choose. And even in these pieces where there's no real spot to put them, he's putting them where if he gets the right piece directly after, it's going to clear that line. It'll look like he didn't make a mistake. So all he needs, in theory, is one of those, blue pieces in one of the newer games. The one that's a little bit of a 7 the opposite direction. That would have cleared that whole thing.
And it's best out of 3 too. So
yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Absolutely. And there's other additional things in game settings that are added, right? Time limits. We have 10 minutes, and we also have the classic, normal horizontal movement, T-spins, 0%, all clears, 0%. So these things do contribute to how they go about playing right now.
And one of the biggest issues that you're going to see, look at the gaps. Like, so if you look where Hall Pass Gaming with Canal, you see the way his gaps are. He's setting up to do something really big. But Hard Life, woo!
Yeah, those gaps are a little scary. It's working for him right now that we're at a relatively low speed level. He's able to kind of control it, be calm, be cool, collected. But as it starts to speed up, if he doesn't get those Tetrises down, if he doesn't deal with those open spots, then it's going to get exponentially harder as the game does speed up.
I mean, look, right? You have to worry about 2 things when you're playing Tetris competitively. You have to not only worry about the score, but you have to also make sure that you don't have your blocks go all the way to the top, because once it hits that line, it is game over.
And then you just have to watch. You have to watch your opponent. If you're in the lead, you kind of get a little bit of like, oh, I think he still has to beat my score. But then the whole time, you're just sitting there watching him, and then when he beats the score, it's game over. There's nothing you can do about it.
This is getting real crazy. And you see, like, the point of difference. Hard Life looks like he's trying to take.
They're going to have a chance to start to think ahead of time.
Speaking of chances, I mean, part of it is also luck, right? You got to pay attention to what is the next block and hope it is the one that will help you to minimize the lines that you have.
You kind of see at the top of the line the differences right now. He has a 10-line difference, almost 2,500 points, which is not too scary right now if he can deal with the setup. But if it keeps on going, man, that's going to be hard to come back from.
So my question to you two is, what do you think is more important? Do you think it's more important to up your score and have the differential be larger, or is it more important to make sure that you don't have as many lines and blocks are building out?
I mean, it's always about the score. It's always about the score. But to your point with the lines, that determines you lasting longer. And the reason why in a competition like this, you want to
He should do that other block.
because when you have the best 2 out of 3, you don't want to feel like you're getting figured out. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So I would say the lines is more important because the lines will produce results anywhere. So focus more on the lines.
Yeah, especially to some different versions of Tetris where you do see, not this one here, but usually the other versions, you send the box to your
Yeah, he's smart. Let that man go by himself.
He is making that play.
Flip it, flip it.
I told you before we started, pay attention to heart light. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's coming back though. Kanal's making the right plays. He's focusing not necessarily on the score. He's focusing on fixing the mistakes from earlier on in the game. If he continues to do that for 1, 2, 3 more times, is what it looks like, he'll be basically set up to win this game.
And you got to be calm and composed, because even if you have blocks adding up, the lines are increasing, you still have a chance to move them. As we're seeing, they both are getting down.
Oh, this is getting, it's like they're taking it personal. I love this. This is that energy I'm talking about.
I think Chris said they're going to play that.
I think Hurt about to
Tetris on the right, if he can just get the long piece.
corner.
That's where it does kind of get tricky when you don't get the piece that you
Yup.
Look at it.
Drop it like it's hot, my guy. Drop it like it's hot.
Wow, he is killing it.
And what's crazy because the crowd's now making noise, and Kanal's got to be feeling that pressure. He knows he may not be able to see the screen, but when you got the crowd cheering and your board looks like this, you know it's not for you.
Right now, what Heart Life is doing with that saying, building it up on the left. You know what I'm saying? Get those corners. Because once you build that up, it makes it easier. Now you got one that you have to play with, and it makes it easier to see everything. How you want to see?
Go next. Might as well just go next. Don't even worry about it anymore.
It's over.
It's over. That's very good sportsmanship.
He was whipping his ass.
He could have just made his score even higher. He have to get one. He said, let's just go next.
Well, listen, why are you gonna rack up?
Since I was a kid, I've been playing Tetris.
Yeah. Just got to win. That's it. Just gotta win.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you think this is a comeback round for a whole pass right now? Or did you see enough to say that Heart Life got round 2?
Honestly, I gotta say, I think Hall Pass is feeling the pressure, because not only are you feeling the pressure from this game, but you also have the pressure of knowing that you are down by 1 so far in this competition. So you have to make a 2-game comeback.
Yeah, that's what's tough. And then look at it. Let's just go and celebrate. Let's just take our power up real quick. That's probably what he's going to use.
Is that the adult juice?
It might be something like that. It might be the difference maker. That's all I know. But for Kanal, it just looked like very early on. He was very good.
He batted them cups.
Selected. But as soon as one mistake happened, and then a second mistake happened, and then a third, he just wasn't really able to come back from it. So I want to see him kind of take a different approach, right? Even though he is playing against an opponent, it's kind of single player. You don't have to rush in any sense of the word.
Now we just saw some audience shots. I have to say, I had to give a shout out to. We actually also have other broadcasters and hosts in the gaming space here. We got my man Belly, who just was over here. And I also got to give a shout out to the ladies. My girl Persia, she is in the fighting game community scene.
Yes.
And she is someone who was very instrumental and involved in one of the biggest fighting game tournaments that was here in Vegas.
Facts. Evo all day. Persia killed it. It was amazing. Yo, this is nuts right here. This is what it's about.
It is.
Yeah, these video games make dreams come true. wasn't too long ago, I was watching someone like Belly Gears of War leaking all the roster news, making sure that everybody had something going on. But now, guess what? I turn on the actual news. Guess who's on it? Belly is on the news, bro. I get my weather report. I get my traffic report, all thanks to Belly.
All right.
Be back.
Okay, this is the rematch right here. That's why I want to see a calm and different approach out of Kunal. You're not racing against time. You're not racing against the clock. You're just racing against getting a high score. And if you can just, like I said, calm, cool, collected, make sure you have no mistakes in your board, and as soon as you make one, fix it, that's how he's going to be able to come back.
See, now, this is what I was talking about. So you see how Canal started, he already got a misplace.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
early.
on the line. So, like you said, patience. Do you have patience?
Listen, it looks like Hurt Life is switching it up. He's going to the right. No longer to the left, to the left.
There we go. If he puts that there, he got options right here. Clear that in the middle. I would put that one right over the top. There we go. Same
so
thing.
smart.
And then that he's just waiting for two different pieces. The next one is had. No.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
He just slipped up on there. And now it's making it difficult for himself right now.
So now let me ask you this: is this also a representation of T-Pain knowing his team, like because that plays a role in the coaching?
You know what I have to say? Even though this is a competition, it is so important to have players who are calm, collect, and also versatile. If you paid attention to so far the player profiles, 2 of the players from Nappy Boy Gaming right now are balanced in all of the game genres.
And that's really what it is. With a league like this, you need